All right, so sneakers, obviously, if you're standing at this table, it means a lot to you. I can't speak for you guys, but I remember buying my first shoe personally and like kind of falling in love with this culture that is sneaker culture. How did you guys even get into it in the first place? Like, what made you even want to be interested in it? Do you remember the first shoe you got? Tell me a little about your journey into this.
I remember like 2003, the patent leather Chicago, the mid-top ones. I don't remember where I saw them, but I fell in love with those, and I was always trying to find a pair. But you know, when you're younger, you don't really know where to get them or how to get them. And I'm like, yo, Dad, can you take me here? And it was just tough to, and it was just tough to find them. And after those, you know, I was younger, but then a couple years later, you know, I think it was the 06 Fire Red 5s. I feel like that turned, no, the 06 Fire Red 5s and the Citrus 7s. Right, they came out around the same year. Once I got my hands on those, and I'm looking at it, I feel like that just opened a door for me, where it's like, all right, you know, I peeked in with the Citrus 7s, and then I opened the door a little bit more with the Fire Red 5s, and then after that, it was just, I was all in, and it's all downhill from there.
I was in second grade. You know, this is the time like your parents are buying you sneakers and stuff.
Of course.
So my mom finally bought me some fire. She got me the white, black, and blue 17s.
Oh, wow.
And ever since then, like, I just love the aesthetics of sneakers. Like, usually when I meet people, I look at their sneakers before I even look at them, you know?
Shoe contact before eye contact.
Yeah, like
And
always.
you know, that I do the same, but I never heard that phrase, shoe contact before eye contact.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Do you think it was tougher being a sneakerhead as a kid or now as an adult? What do you think?
Definitely tougher as a kid because, you know, you can ask, like, you know, I might ask my parents for something 100 times, and if they don't want to get it for me until, you know, like my parents were big on, after a certain month, anything that I asked for, if I was gonna get it, they were like, "Oh yeah, you can get that for Christmas." And you know, with sneakers,
I think
everybody
and it's just
feels
like
that.
you know, sometimes you know, and then also if they don't understand how limited they are, you know, as you get older, they got more limited. When we were younger, I feel like they stayed in the stores a little bit longer. But you know, if a pair came out in January and I want them, and you know, my mom's like, "Oh yeah, you get them for Christmas," you know, December they're definitely not gonna be there. Even if it's like July, sometimes, you know, so. It was always harder because you can't tell your parents, hey, you know, hurry up and buy these or they're going to sell out. You kind of just have to hope that they'll get them for you. Whereas, you know, as an adult where you kind of control what you buy, what you don't buy, it's a little easier.
Let's talk about the evolution of the way we acquire shoes, right? It used to be, I remember there were days where you just go to the store early. This is before people were camping out. And then all of a sudden people started camping out. And now the camping out has kind of been phased out, and now it's all in the apps or, you know, being able to reserve a pair. What do you think about the kind of progression of the way we buy shoes? Do you think it's for the better? Is it for the worse?
The down part is like you really have to be app intuitive to really understand what times you have to be there. Like it's not an easy process if it's really a limited shoe.
The bad part is like, you know, before you kind of knew with confidence, like if I had the money, you know, I just have to go to the store and get them. Whereas like now,
that was the
you
only
might
variable.
have the money, you might have the money for 5 pairs. When you go on that sneakers app and they sell out in 3 seconds, you're done. And then the worst part is if you have, you know, the money and let's just say you have a little bit more, then you're thinking like, all right, well maybe I should go on GOAT or StockX or wherever and buy them for, you know, the resale price. And now you're paying double, triple, or, you know, whatever.
When I was really, really, really heavy in buying shoes, one of the most frustrating things is trying to buy a pair of shoes, not being able to, but knowing that someone else, even if it's the person right in front of you, is buying them solely for the purpose of selling them. It's like, man, I actually want these to wear them, and now you're buying them just to get
You don't even
rid of
want them.
How frustrating is that for you?
Oh yeah, it turned me off completely. It's like I actually I'm trying to wear my sneakers, you know, like respect to people who resell, do it for money, like I understand, but I love wearing my shoes, you know, like I just for someone to just keep them in a box and maybe sell them 30 years from now, like I'm trying to go out with them, you know, like like I see it, of course I see the money factor, but I'm trying to wear them. You know, so
you want to get fly, that's what it's at the core, that's what this is all about.
Looking good.
What was the most amount of shoes that you owned at one time? I'll start. I think right now I may own like maybe 60, 65 pairs of shoes. How about you guys?
I don't have an exact number. The last time I counted, about like 180-ish.
180 shoes. So in theory, you could wear a new pair of shoes every 2 days for an entire year. A brand new pair, never re-wear the same pair. 180 pairs. Jess, how about you?
That's a lot of pairs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Respect. I think at my most, because I sold a lot of them too, because I had to start paying bills and not be a sneakerhead.
You had to be an adult?
Yeah, adulting. I think the most I had was like 95.
95, so you almost touched that triple digit mark.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish that you were able to get 100
For
just
sure.
to say that you...
Man, I love sneakers. I wish I could spend all my money on it, you know.
Right,
but
you got bills and you got to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Jesse, Marvin, appreciate both of you guys.
You as well.